Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. Today we get to the Avengers of the Netflix shows. We have the Defenders. And I have season 1 listed, but I believe there is only one season and I don't know if they plan on making any more. I mean, I know there's more shows after this and Daredevil's coming out, so I don't know if that's a thing that they'll do down the line again. But I don't see why it couldn't. I don't know. Let's go over the main characters first. We have Matt Murdock of Daredevil. He is a character who I like less than his show. He's kind of annoying. He's a bit complaining. But his show's great. Action's great. Plot, awesome. We'll see how that translates into the Defenders. We have Luke Cage of Luke Cage. Fighting's a little weird in that show. Plot's really fun. Villain's great. Not hand-related, though. And I like Luke. He's a good character. We get Claire from both of them. We also get Misty, which is cool. We have Stick from Daredevil. We also have Jessica Jones from Jessica Jones. And, again, not a hand-related villain in her show. I like her character, though. And David Tennant as the villain was awesome. And then we have Danny Rand from Iron Fist. Danny is absolutely obnoxious, and his show's not good writing, not actually an interesting plot. I will say that the plot was interesting, and it was very heavily focused on hand, and it actually leads in really well into this show, which is annoying because of how bad it is. But that's fine. Fighting's bad in that show too, so it'll be interesting to see how they combine all of these people. And all of these styles of shows, because the fighting isn't the same in any of the 4 shows. But I'm intrigued. We have episode 1, The H Word. Glad to see a Danny fight scene is still wonky. His first one was a bit like... They weren't really showing anything, but I think that was to hide the fact that it was Elektra. Beyond that, his fight scenes were actually done well. And I'm very confused as to why they couldn't do them well in Iron Fist. And it gives me hope for Iron Fist Season 2. Who knows if that's hope that I should have or not. Why do people just sit and watch him charge his fist? That's something that they did in his show too. And they do throughout this. They're fighting him. They see him charge up and they go, oh. What's he gonna do? Like, everyone knows what he's gonna do. They all know he's the Iron Fist. That's why they're there. And they just let him charge it up, and then they get bopped by it. Really odd. We get some Foggy action. Very cool. Luke is out of prison, and Matt is actually lawyering, which is fun. You know what I just realized? I have watched She-Hulk. That's all. Realizing things about Matt Murdock that now that I'm getting farther in these shows might be a spoiler, because I've watched ahead. Malcolm, another great character that I really enjoy, and I hope has a bigger impact in season 2 of Jessica Jones now that he is stable. So many characters are coming back. This is just awesome. It's a reunion right now. Just so many stories, kind of individual stories at this point. So interested to see how they come together. Madame Gao also has a boss, and there's an earthquake. And Gao's boss seems to be in charge, and Elektra is alive. There's so much happening right now. This seems like your basic, massive setup episode, you know? You're combining the main characters from 4 different shows, the side characters from all those shows, the villains from, I guess, 2 of those shows, into one story. It's gonna take a bit. And that's cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Claire is a connection between most characters, and honestly, this wasn't talked about enough. The fact that Matt was never like, oh, you know Claire? And like, what? That was not discussed at all. The fact that he already knew Claire, which is odd. I feel like that would have been brought up. but okay. The big hand plot might cap here, and it's an intriguing start to the show. I am intrigued. Episode 2, Mean Right Hook. Luke versus Danny. Danny is investigating the deaths of the Chased, which is Stick's group, and a guy from Harlem is hired to clean it up. So Luke was going to try and get him to not do that and not get arrested. And Danny and Luke fight. Elektra comes to kill the person Jessica is looking for. Hogarth tasked Foggy with following Jessica so that she doesn't get herself into any more trouble than she normally does. Matt shows up as Jessica's attorney after Misty arrests her. And stories are starting to align. Stick is also back. Episode 3, Worst Behavior. Elektra's body was found by the Hand, and they brought her back to life. Her mind was wiped, supposedly. That's what they think, anyway. Stick cut off his hand to escape the Hand. Ironic. Danny takes on the Hand Company in New York, which is Midland Circle, and Luke shows up and helps him. After the fight, Matt and Jessica show up and fight even more Hand. Matt fights Elektra and would have lost if it wasn't for Danny fisting Elektra and her sword. It's nice to see an actually good fight with Danny Rand in it. That didn't really happen in Iron Fist. Episode 4, Royal Dragon. The Defenders unite and begin sharing info. Danny is actually a good character in this. Stick joins the Defenders meeting. The Hand is responsible for Pompeii and Chernobyl. Stick says what they're planning here will be equally as bad. Jessica doesn't want anything to do with the group. There are 5 leaders of the Hand, including Gal, Alexandra, and Bakudo. There's some Japanese dude and some black dude. Don't know where he's from, but he's been working in Harlem. Danny and Luke are a really fun duo. They work really well together. I don't really know why, but they do. It's fun. Danny's a lot less annoying in this as well. Does not complain as much. Jessica finds a Hand agent watching her client. She then rejoins the fight as Elektra enters to fight the group after not agreeing to hand Danny over to Alexandra and Elektra. Jessica then forces a car into the building, hitting Elektra. It ends with the Defenders. Danny, Luke, Matt, Jessica, and Stick forming to fight against Elektra, the Black Sky. Episode 5, Take Shelter. The 5 Fingers unite, but fail to capture Danny. Luke is gone. Everyone else goes to Colleen's dojo. Elektra is also gone. Luke shows up at the dojo with one of the Hand leaders captured, the one that has been working Harlem. White Hat. Elektra went back to her room, but is disturbed by her conversation she had with Matt during the fight. Bakudo is back and injured Colleen after she refused to join him. Luke picked up Claire because they threatened all of their loved ones. Matt picks up Karen, who is not happy he is daredeviling again. Danny, Luke, Claire, and Colleen go to Misty's precinct. Daredevil and Jessica rescue Trish before the Hand gets her. Trish and Malcolm are also brought to Misty's precinct with Karen and Foggy. Always like seeing a good Foggy Nelson. The other leaders do not trust Alexandra or Elektra, who has left her room. Stick killed the leader they had captured when he broke free and tried to take Danny. Elektra visits Matt's apartment. She recognizes it and takes a nap in his bed. Episode 6, Ashes. Danny fights everyone after they want him to keep a low profile since he is a key for the Hand for something that they don't know what it opens. Danny uses the fist on Luke, then Jessica knocks him out and they tie him up. Stick sends Swande's head to the Hand's leaders. Matt and Jessica find info about the hole between Midland Circle, or underneath, I guess. Elektra shows up, killing Stick. Matt and Jessica return, and Luke wakes up. Elektra knocks them all out, and then takes Danny. Stick had been trying to kill Danny before Elektra showed up, so that Danny could not be used for the hand. Elektra then kills Alexandra and cuts off her head in front of the other hand leaders, declaring herself their leader. There is now only 3 alive. If you count Elektra, there's 4, but the original hand leaders, the 5 of them, there's 3. Rough day for them. Elektra is definitely a certified badass, by the way. That was an insane move. Blood all over the face. Take over the hand. P.S. The fact that the hand is running out of their revive juice, and they wasted some on Harold Meacham like a decade ago, is really hilarious. Because, man, was that a waste for them. Episode 7, Fish in the Jailhouse. I don't know why I wanted that to be Southern. Fishin', but it's Fish in the Jailhouse. Matt, Luke, and Jessica get brought into Misty's precinct for questioning. They still don't realize that that Matt is Daredevil, which is intriguing. The police haven't connected the two, so that's good, because that's his kind of whole goal. Elektra brings Danny below Midland Circle. Matt, Luke, and Jessica escape the police and face off against the 3 surviving hand leaders at Midland Circle. Colleen joins the fight and helps turn the tide against the leaders, who then light a fire and escape. Luke's able to put it out because, he's resistant to stuff. Danny and Elektra fight at the door. Elektra baits Danny into punching the door with his fist, which was so obvious. But Danny's so dumb that he didn't know. That's annoying, but I knew it was going to happen, so I'm not annoyed, Conflicting stuff. Misty says she will stall the rest of the NYPD as much as she can. Colleen brings a bomb in case they fail to save Danny. And when Misty finds out about the bomb, I didn't write it down, so I don't remember when that was, she's kind of not on their side anymore. People aren't very happy about it. Matt, Jessica, Luke, and Claire, to be specific, who is also with Colleen now. But they do end up agreeing to plant the bomb. The door Danny unlocked opened up to a tomb of a dragon. Shallow the Undying. But I thought apparently there's more than one Shallow the Undying, which doesn't make sense. How is there... Whatever. Episode 8, The Defenders. Creative name for the last episode of the season, really, but it's fine. Luke makes everyone else agree that if they set off a bomb, then there will be no innocents that get hurt, only the hand. Or risking themselves, I guess, as well, but they're not risking innocent lives. Gao joins Elektra in the tomb. Colleen and Claire go to plant the bombs. We get a Colleen vs. Bakudo fight. Matt, Luke, and Jessica join Danny in the cave and fight the entire hand, basically. Misty finds Claire, Colleen, and Bakudo. He puts Claire into one of the Dooku head chop poses that Anakin got him in when the do it, bang, dead. But he doesn't do it. He didn't have a little Palpatine in his ear to tell him to do it, which I thought he was going to do. But I'm glad he didn't, because, losing Claire would have been unfortunate. Misty does to break it up, but she gets her arm chopped off like Anakin. So we're going real Star Wars with this fight scene. Threatening of the head chop off. Arm gets chopped off. And then Colleen chops off Bakudo's head, but not in the whole dual blade kind of thing. Just the normal way they've been chopping off heads with the hand. Not disturbing at all. We've seen a lot of heads get chopped off with the hand. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I think it falls into the detonator. Bakudo, the head. I don't really get how, but the detonators started. So we've got a timer going, and I think it's at like 10 minutes. So that's good. Everyone's still in the tunnel thing, whatever we're going to call that. The basement. They're all down there. Matt whispers something to Danny after sending Jessica, Danny, and Luke back to the surface. Matt stays to try and get Elektra back, pretty much knowing that he's going to die. The bomb goes off with Matt and Elektra embracing. Gao is standing over the Japanese guy who was impaled and fell from a very far height. So he seems like dead anyway, even before a whole building falls on top of him. Matt had told Danny to protect his city. They all return to the precinct where Foggy and Karen realize Matt has died. Matt's body is recovered by some nuns, I guess. It looks like the place that he was originally raised. Not raised, but like the place in Daredevil where he meets Stick. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know how they got him. But that also tells me that Elektra and Gao are probably alive. The Japanese guy, I don't really know. He could technically still be alive, but he was kind of almost dead before the building fell on him. So if I had to guess, Gao is probably alive, especially since she has the Force. We talk about that, by the way. Gao can use the Force. We saw it in Iron Fist, but I didn't really care because it was Iron Fist. But now it's kind of cool because it's in a good show. But yeah, she has the Force, so that's a thing that she can do, and that's not terrifying at all. And I don't really know how anyone beats her when they don't have the Force. You know, anyone with the Force should be able to beat people without it, no matter how strong you are. She doesn't have the Force choke, but she's got the Force pushed down real well. And now we're at the end of the show, which is the time for me to actually figure out where the heck this is going to land. It's not better than Daredevil. That's evident. I mean, Daredevil actually goes through, like, emotion. This is a very interesting peek to the hand. I feel like the hand won't be showing up much anymore. Maybe it will get wrapped up in Danny's show, because Danny is kind of the only hand thing, but like Daredevil can fight Fisk, Jessica Jones can fight, I don't know, Luke Cage can fight Mariah. So it's gonna be an Iron Fist that we're gonna see the hand, I think. I think this is gonna go between WandaVision and Luke Cage. So under WandaVision, above Luke Cage. It's in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th for the Marvel shows, which is roughly the middle. It's basically the middle. It's good. It is really good. I don't know. It might be higher than that. I just don't think I can put it above something like Hawkeye. You know, so I think the middle is good. I think that's a good spot. Let me know where you have Defenders in your Marvel shows list. This puts it in 3rd for me for the Netflix shows, by the way. Between Jessica Jones and obviously Luke Cage, which is right below it anyway. I really enjoyed it. I'd be intrigued to see if they did a 2nd season. I don't know if there's an overarching villain big enough in New York City at this point to need a 3rd season or a 2nd season of Defenders. I'll have to see where I'm at after I watch the other Netflix, basically the season 2s of all these things. But we'll see where we're at. I really enjoyed the show. It was an easy watch. A lot of action. Not really a lot of plot. I kind of outlined the plot from the get-go, and that just kind of happened. I guess that's still plot. There just wasn't a lot of mystery to the plot. I feel like a lot of the Netflix shows have had like, ooh, what's going to happen? Or the villain changes halfway through. Like this was kind of the same villain all the way through, with the same plan all the way through. and none of the good guys died. Only a lot of bad guys, which is fine. It's a Marvel show. That's kind of expected. I am rambling now, so we're gonna wrap it up here. That's my thoughts on Defenders. Let me know your thoughts on the show as a whole down below in the comments, where you agree with me and where you disagree. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.